Chapter 1. The Abduction. The last thing I remembered was the blinding light. I had been hiking near the Black Ridge Observatory, far from city lights, where the stars burned brightest. The Milky Way stretched above me like a river of diamonds, and for a moment I forgot the chaos of Earth. The wars, the politics, the noise. Here it was just me and the cosmos. Then the sky ripped open. A searing blue beam lanced down, swallowing me whole. My body went numb, my vision whited out, and then, nothing. When I woke, I was somewhere else. Cold metal pressed against my back. The air smelled sterile, like ozone and something faintly sweet. I sat up, my head pounding, and found myself in a circular chamber with walls that shimmered like liquid silver. And then she walked in. Tall, slender, with skin like polished amethyst and eyes that glowed like twin nebulas. Her hair cascaded in waves of liquid silver, shifting colors with every movement. She wore a gown of woven light, clinging to her form like stardust. An alien. A beautiful alien. I scrambled back, my heart hammering. Who are you? Where am I? She tilted her head, studying me like a scientist observing a rare specimen. Then to my shock she spoke, in perfect English. You are aboard the Celestial Dawn, a vessel of the Vathari Dominion. Her voice was like wind chimes, melodic and haunting. And you, human, are not who you appear to be. I swallowed hard. What do you mean? She stepped closer, her bare feet making no sound. Then she did something that froze my blood. She leaned in, her lips brushing my ear, and whispered, I know your childhood name. Chapter 2. The Forgotten Past. My breath hitched. Nobody knew that name. Nobody. Not since I was 6 years old. How? How could you possibly? She pulled back, her glowing eyes locked onto mine. You were taken once before. Not by us. By them. A flash of memory. Dark figures, needles, a scream that wasn't mine. I had always thought it was a nightmare. But now. You were experimented on, she continued. Your DNA was altered. Your memories suppressed. You were meant to forget. My hands trembled. Why are you telling me this? Because the ones who took you are coming back, she said. And if they find you first, they will finish what they started. Chapter 3. The Truth Unfolds. Her name was Lysara, a princess of the Vathari, a race of empathic beings who had watched Earth for centuries. They call themselves the Zorath, she explained as we walked through the ship's bioluminescent halls. A merciless species that harvests intelligent life for their genetic experiments. They took you as a child, but your family fought back. You were rescued, but your mind was wiped to protect you. I clenched my fists. And now they've detected your unique genetic signature. They're coming. I looked out a viewing port. Earth hung in the distance, a blue jewel against the void. What do you want from me? Lysara turned to me, her eyes softening. You carry something inside you. A genetic key. One that can either save both our species or doom them. Chapter 4. The Choice. The Zorath arrived in a swarm of jagged black ships. The Celestial Dawn shuddered under their assault. Lysara gripped my arm. There's no time. You must remember. How? She pressed her forehead to mine, and suddenly I was flooded with images. A laboratory. Needles. A woman, my mother. Screaming as she pulled me away. A device implanted in my spine. Code buried in my DNA. I gasped, collapsing to my knees. I remember. Everything. Lysara helped me up. Then you know what you must do. Chapter 5. The Final Stand. The Zorath boarded the ship. Their soldiers were monstrous. Tall, skeletal, with too many joints and eyes like black pits. They moved like shadows, cutting down Vathari guards with ease. Lysara handed me a weapon, a sleek silver pistol humming with energy. You are the key. Only your genetic signature can activate the weapon that will stop them. I nodded, gripping the gun. Where do I go? The core chamber. Hurry! I ran, dodging plasma fire, my heart pounding. The core was a massive sphere of swirling light. I pressed my hand against it, and it reacted, pulsing in recognition. A voice boomed through the ship. Genetic match confirmed. Weapon system activated. The Zorath screamed as a wave of golden energy erupted from the core, dissolving them into ash. Their ships imploded, vanishing into the void. It was over. Chapter 6. The Whispered Promise. Lysara found me in the aftermath, breathing heavily. You did it, she whispered. I looked at her, then at Earth. What now? She smiled, a sad, knowing smile. Now you return. But you will never forget. Before I could respond, the beam took me again. I woke up back on the mountain, the stars still shining above. But in my pocket, I found a single silver pendant, one that hummed faintly when I touched it. And on the wind, I could have sworn I heard her voice one last time. We will meet again. Final chapter. The Whispered Promise. The battle was over. The Zorath fleet had disintegrated into cosmic dust, their monstrous soldiers erased from existence by the golden wave of energy that had erupted from the celestial dawn's core. The ship hummed with residual power, the walls still glowing faintly from the unleashed energy. I stood in the core chamber, my hands trembling, my mind reeling. The weapon, my DNA, had worked. The Zorath were gone. Lysara entered, her silver gown shimmering as she moved. She looked at me with those nebula-filled eyes, a mixture of relief and sorrow swirling within them. You did it, she whispered. I exhaled sharply, running a hand through my hair. Yeah. But what now? She stepped closer, her fingers brushing against mine. Now you must return. Cold knot formed in my stomach. Back to Earth. She nodded. The Vathari cannot interfere further. Your people must find their own path, without knowing the truth of what lies beyond. Clenched my jaw. And what about me? I remember everything now. The experiments. Pain. My real name. Lysara's expression softened. You will carry the truth. But you must keep it hidden, for your own safety and for theirs. I looked away, staring at the viewing port where Earth hung in the distance. My home. A world that had no idea how close it had come to annihilation. And what about you? Asked my voice rough. A ghost of a smile touched her lips. I will watch over you. From afar. I turned back to her, frustration bubbling up. That's it. After everything, after what we just went through, you're just sending me back like none of this happened. She reached up, cupping my face in her cool, delicate hands. This is not goodbye, she murmured. Only until. Before I could argue, a deep hum filled the chamber. The air around me shimmered, and I felt the familiar pull of the teleportation beam. Lysara! Her voice was the last thing I heard as the light swallowed me whole. Find me when the time is right. Epilogue: The Return. I woke up on the cold mountain dirt, my body aching, my head throbbing. The stars still glittered above me, unchanged. For a moment, I wondered if it had all been a dream. Then my fingers brushed against something in my pocket. I pulled it out, a small silver pendant, etched with strange glowing symbols. It pulsed faintly in my palm, warm to the touch. And as the wind howled through the trees, I could have sworn I heard her voice one last time, whispering on the breeze. I will be waiting. I closed my fist around the pendant and smiled. because now I knew the truth. And one day, I would find her again.